1, 2, 1, 2. KRUNK is here, and it ain't junk. I just got the tip, watch it go kerplunk.
Boo! That was really bad.
I thought it was good. Ooh, I wonder.
What?
Maybe that's what's missing at your Graham's church. A little rap might make it more interesting.
Are you still going to church?
Yeah, I like it. It makes me think.
You know what? I think you're out of your mind.
Come on, Marcus. I mean, I might not understand and believe everything that they're saying, but there's something about it that keeps making me coming back.
Well, you know, that's a good thing because I don't have to get up on Sunday morning and take my gram anymore. You can do it.
Last time you were here, you brought this jazz band in, and now you bring me KRUNK. What's KRUNK?
Well, KRUNK is a music and health initiative that was started by a group of young folks, some from Hazelwood, some from different other parts of the city. It's an acronym that stands for Creating Realistic Urban New School Knowledge. And we started that program in connection with the University of Pittsburgh Graduate School of Public Health because the students rap about mental and physical health as it relates to teens and preteens.
So it's all about music and art and
well, at the base of it, it's like a micro enterprise. It's their business. It's their production company. And
welcome to the feedback portion of the program, and that's where we get to talk back to you. You send us emails, you send us comments on the web through our hisplace.tv website, and we get to respond to you. And Susan wrote, she's responding about Ron Moore's great book, says, God has a plan and a purpose for us. He gets our attention by any means that will work. Once God gets our attention, Ron Moore's book, Ignite, can show us how to ignite a passion for Christ and break the chains that hold us captive to the freedom that is ours in Christ. I want that passion. That's what we love to do with the program, is get people fired up and excited about their walk with Christ. So if you want to leave a comment or you're curious about the program and have a question, go to hisplace.tv and leave your comment or your question.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have an awesome group of young people tonight here at his place, and they are very unique. I want you to put your hands together. Make some noise for KRUNK Movement.
Yeah.
It's the movement. Yeah, know what it is, man. Got to let you know.
I think we need to talk about
You already know. Got to educate you right here.
creative,
Here's what we do.
realistic, urban news.
Hey, Diva, let them know, man.
Let's go. Ha. K, creative I am. If you tell me I'm not, I'ma laugh and say I am.
Have some ingenuity, use your fruits and make jubilee.
Yeah.
Why you're wasting your talent when you can be moving fluently?
We here, raise the snares,
Yes,
time
sir.
to change your perception. Your ears and hand clear, your eyes on harness to listen.
Lesson.
Lyric sounds being profound to the mind.
Yeah.
They go in and don't leave nobody behind.
Demon ratings got them thinking about the
Greatness.
greatness.
About the
They want the top
greatness.
position floating free. Demon impatient
Weightless.
They fail to realize that they gotta realize.
right?
There's some patient waiting comes to those who wait. Waiting makes the work more patient. Don't watch, she ain't going to find the working station. Work the station till your arms is waking
And your knees is quaking.
Then the great will be attracted to you. So start the bass and get the snare in your moves. Do what you gotta do. You know what it is. We're sending out a message educating the kids.
Looking around at your peers, should it be this way? No.
Yeah, you know what it do. You're stuck in the Texas and the message to you.
Giving you the knowledge, everybody opening up. What is they talking?
Don't undermine the crunk movement or urban art. Stay in the tutor with the right path to go to college. But the urban population, no, we always hit a bump. So create a positive urban atmosphere and call that crunk movement.
Crunk movement.
Keep our music out there so you come from under the tent. I was influenced by my surroundings, but hopefully not the same for you. So crunk movement is right here to say our name.
A new school, welcome to class. If you have any questions,
Don't be scared to ask.
The path I'ma take you on is priceless. Listen to these words that I'm throwing on the table. It's dinner time.
Okay.
Eat up.
You hear crunk, we here, we gon' do this. This ain't no gospel rap group, make sure you don't confuse it.
Yes, sir.
This here is real music, hip hop, crunk movement. Yeah, we going to the tip top.
So have
get
you
right.
ever witnessed the realest mix of teenagers skilling it? It's about to get greasy like the substance in your skillet. We killing it, feeling it, no need for belligerence. Fly over the wasteland and drop a load of your ignorance. Learning elevated knowledge should be celebrated. Got more felons in the cell than intelligent legislators. Got a cam on a man who ain't even get well as grace. Don't understand what I'm saying. You need to be educated.
Yeah, you know what it is. We're sending out a message educating the kids.
Okay, yes, we all got something to say. Look around at your peers. Should it be this way?
Yeah, you know what it do. You're stuck in the Texas and the message to you.
Like a prophet, we just giving you the knowledge. Everybody opening up. What is they really talking?
Crunk, 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 crunk,
Man,
let's get it. Crunk, 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 crunk,
man.
crunk, 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 crunk. Yeah.
Yes, sir. That's how we do.
Great job, guys. Great job. Great job. So that's crunk movement, huh?
That's crunk movement.
So these kids studied to learn to use their skills, their arts, and did they know that they had these skills before you found them, or?
Well, I believe they do know that they have the talent, and as they continue to work in the crunk movement, they develop it into a skill that they can direct in some positive directions, and in terms of being peer leaders and working with other teens and preteens and sending out that positive message. The students who come to us, they audition, and they kind of go through a process of coming into the crunk movement through an audition process, and then they're kind of placed in the areas where they're strong, where they're strongest. And they end up in the right place, and they end up doing this.
Well, I saw Terry sent me the DVD, a few days ago, and when I saw you've got like bullying stuff, and you're working in all these schools. Is this a program that you do in the summers?
We do. We do run this program in the summertime at about 4 different locations in the city. We work along with the Pittsburgh Public Schools and Gateway to the Arts. And to take the crunk movement into the schools, to work with kids that are in middle school, and some are kind of getting out of elementary school.
I mean, bullying's a big problem. I saw you do a big deal with dealing with the bullying.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been an issue, and a lot of the songs that they write, they're writing songs that they are actually dealing with, things that teens and preteens are dealing with. And so bullying is one of those things. And so we wanted to put out a public service announcement about that to just really make more and more people aware that they're not alone, that there are a lot of people that are struggling with this, but there are a lot of people also that will support them and that will wrap their arms around them and help work out
Now,
these problems.
hip-hop is a whole culture to itself, and it's something that give me a little bit of education. What are the things within the culture that you're able to really use to help reach the kids and encourage them and strengthen them?
Well, hip hop, you know, for many years, hip hop was what we call a subculture, because it was a new form of art that came through during the 70s and really started during the 70s. And it was not very accepted because it was different. It was different. It was a new way of communicating, but it opened up a door for a lot of people who would have never been able to utilize their art form, express their opinions and express their thoughts. It changed the game, really, for so many folks who were not, so to speak, traditional musicians. And it brought people in that were doing creative dance, that were doing all kinds of poetic writings that they put together with music. And if you think about it, hip-hop made a major contribution to technology, because if you think about the turntable, the little record player that you put, that was what?
Yeah, when I DJ'd years ago, I understand.
Yeah, so you take the record player and you scratch a record. Well, that now, an instrument like that is probably a good $50,000 to $100,000, and it's fully digital. And, you know, but that's, again, a great, to me, it's a great advancement in our technology, and it's an opportunity and an open door for young people to take their gifts to another level.
Well, as I look at this, you had how many hundreds of kids? Any idea that worked with you this summer?
This summer, I think we did about 160 or so kids.
Wow.
And you know, it doesn't include the leaders and all the, you know, the groups and everything, but it was a great program. Kids learned the elements of hip hop, and in the elements of hip hop, they learn about how when you're doing hip hop, you're reading, you're writing, you're actually researching. When you're working to make what they call making beats or producing beats, you're also doing.
Listen, I haven't seen my gram yet. I'll call you when I see. I'll call you when I see her. Okay, bye. Jeez.
Is something wrong?
Mr. Wiley's going crazy. He said my grandma was supposed to meet him at the house. Okay, but she's not there. So I mean, it's unlike her to miss an appointment. You know.
Especially one with Mr. Wiley.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, she might just be getting forgetful. She is 78 after all.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, have you been noticing anything?
She forgets her house keys all the time. I usually have to help her find them after church. Oh, but hey, I misplace my house keys all the time too, so it's okay.
Oh, there she is now. Hey, Graham, where were you? Mr. Wiley even called my cell phone, called the cafe, and for all I know, he'd call the National Guard looking for you two. Listen, he said you were supposed to meet him at the house, not here.
I was? I don't remember making any plans with Walter for today. I better start writing things down. My mind seems to be slipping a little bit lately.
Really, Graham? Have you been having trouble remembering things?
I know just how it is, Mrs. Dupree. My mom always tells me I'd forget my head if it wasn't attached to my neck.
You're not helping. No, not at all.
His place, his place.
Honey, check the baby monitor.
She's sleeping.
Hey, Papa.
What? Sophie?
What'd you get Mom?
For what?
For Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
She wants jewelry from Marbles. She wants diamonds.
Well, I was kind of thinking...
Diamonds!
Okay. Shh. Go back to sleep.
This year, give her a gift that everyone knows she will love. From Marville Diamonds and Jewelry in Belle Vernon.
Looking for that perfect stocking stuffer for Christmas and the perfect way to change the world? Well, we have it for you. For a limited time, we're able to offer our His Place mugs for a donation of $15 or more. Your His Place mug is a double-walled porcelain, so that means it keeps hot things hot and cold things cold without changing the temperature of the outside of the mug. Your donation also means that you are able to help reach Sandy, Bill, Justina, and the tens of thousands of others who are finding their way in Christ because of the His Place program. Supplies are limited, and once the mugs are gone, they're gone. To place your order using a credit card, go to hisplace.tv or call during business hours 412-824-3930. That's hisplace.tv or call during business hours 412-824-3930. To ensure delivery before Christmas, place your order by December 9th. Make a donation, get a mug, change the world, and have a very blessed Christmas.
Graham, I'm worried about you.
What now, Marcus?
No. It's not like that. It's just, I don't really tell you about this, but you've been forgetting things.
Oh, my goodness. You and Walter. He's been after me about this, too. It's nothing. The doctor says I'm fine. Don't you remember the doctor telling me that?
Yeah, I remember.
I am getting older. That's all. I appreciate everyone's concern, but I'm fine.
Really?
Really? Now get me a cup of tea before I forget how much I enjoy it.
Yes, ma'am. Some tea.
You're so creative. You've got the jazz band. Now you've got the hip hop, and it seems like Tim, you bring out you find these talents and you bring them out of people. What are you trying to do with the Center of Life?
Well, the big part of what we're trying to do is we're trying to tap into the natural God-given talent of these young people and connect that talent to opportunity, education, and then connect that education to career. And it's a lot different from when I was younger. When I was younger, I wanted to be a musician. My parents told me to get a real job. Well, today, the young people can go to school for hip-hop. They can actually go to school to be hip-hop artists. And there's several schools around the country that actually you can take those majors. And I think it's important because there are a lot of people who go to school, who go to college, and they come out and they don't even do what what they went to school for. But anytime you can connect those dots to your natural God-given ability, to that education, and then come out and get a job doing what you're doing, I think your life is better. I think you're happier. I think you're more thankful. And you're probably more fun to be around.
There's a lot of folks that have churches or work in Christian organizations or things like that. I mean, you work with public schools. You work with secular organizations, and you don't seem to have a problem with it. Do they just open up doors for you and say, listen, you know what, you're doing a good thing here. It doesn't matter that you're a faith-based organization. You're just doing a good thing.
Well, I believe that one of the things that Jesus did was he addressed felt needs. And I think that's a big part of what we're trying to do. We're trying to address felt needs so that we can earn the right to talk to people about our faith. And we do something that I guess that the schools feel is relevant. We're not allowed to overtly preach Christ in the Pittsburgh Public Schools. But
to talk about bullying, to talk about programs like that, things that are real needs that the kids need to be encouraged and that they need to stand with, they open up the doors for you.
Right, exactly.
There's a lot of wisdom in that.
Yeah.
How do you, what's your heart? I mean, we talk about, you talked about the organization, Center of Life, but your heart, when we talk about, all these things that you're doing, what makes Tim Smith tick?
Well, I think the thing that makes me tick is the fact that I do what I do because people did it for me when I was younger. And so when I was younger, there were people who wrapped their arms around me, their resources, spent time with me. I had opportunities that I would not have normally had God not put certain people in my way and in my space. And I recognize that, and I believe it's something that I should give forward, that I should pay that forward to other young people. And seeing young people progress and go on and do well is important to me, and that drives me, because I've seen a lot of people a lot of young people go the wrong way also. And
Marcus made your tea. I told him I'd come over and bring it to you since I didn't get to say hi earlier.
Oh, thank you. Would you like to join me?
I love joining you and anyone else that asks me.
Marcus is worried about me, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
I'm so sorry about that. The doctor says I'm fine.
Except for those pesky house keys.
I just love it when you're attending church with me.
Oh, hallelujah, praise Jesus. It's great. I mean, I've never been to a church like that before. Everyone's really nice.
It's wonderful you feel that way. That's how church is supposed to be. People caring about each other, helping each other, bearing each other's burdens.
I can see that. It's made me think about a lot of things.
Well, I hope you know that if you have any questions, you can ask me.
I do. I've been wondering how you can be so happy after your husband died so young and your kids aren't around. I mean, it seems like you've been dealt a lot of bad cards and you're so positive in spite of all of it.
Yes, those were and are some very dark times. But, Samantha, let me explain. It's the dark times that make my Bible and my church family shine. It's then that I remember that he will never leave me nor forsake me. And that's a wonderful thing. I remember through my church family, through Marcus, through you. That comforts me. He has made me so many promises, and it's the hard times that prove his promises are true. Do you understand?
I understand that it's worked for you. I just hope I never have to go through anything like that. I don't know if it'll work for me.
Sweetheart, the same God who's always here for me is always here for you. He's just a prayer away.
Well, it's funny. It seems like Lottie and Sam have been having some pretty deep conversations lately. I mean, they're developing into pretty good friends.
Yeah, they've been getting closer ever since Sam's been going to church with my grandma. Yeah. Can I ask you a question?
Sure. I love it when you ask me questions.
Well, my grand's been forgetting things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and
Okay. Well, how old is she?
That's what everybody keeps saying. She's 78, but it's more than that. You know, even Mr. Wiley notices.
Walt noticed?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was him just being his old, usual, cranky old self. But, you know, I didn't want to believe it, but I'm beginning to wonder, you know, and, you know, she forgot that she was supposed to meet him at the house today.
Really?
It's not like her. I can't be good.
You know, I don't know if you know this or not, but my dad had developed Alzheimer's, and Paige's grandfather had senility, and so, you know, there are things. First off, you know, everybody wants to jump to the worst the first time, and they see something like this happen, you think, well, this is really horrible. This is it. This is Alzheimer's. This is senility kicking in. But, you know, is Graham really under a lot of stress? Because when people are under a lot of stress, especially as they get older, they have a hard time remembering things. You know, they may forget something or just misplace things easily because there's a lot of stress. I mean, anything like, well, with you moving in, I mean, and her being alone, maybe even with Walter in her life, that might be a stress thing. But what you can do, if you're really concerned about it, is, you know, take her to her doctor. The doctors have a great way. When my dad was diagnosed, they have just this little test, and no one would have thought. In fact, the doctor didn't even think that my dad had the beginning stages of Alzheimer's, but no one would have thought. But once he took the test, it showed very clearly that my dad had it. And then if you know it, then you can deal with it. Yeah. But, you know, the big thing is for Graham is that, you know, just try to eliminate some of the stress and see what you can do along that line.
Thanks, Tim.
Yeah, you want to...
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up one more time for the very talented KRUNK movement.
All right.
Thank you. Yeah, the lane of alcohol. Yes, sir. The lane of alcohol.
Yes, sir.
About to take you down a path you don't want to go down.
Nah.
No.
Chia. I don't know, man.
Too many young kids going down this path, underage, drinking alcohol, all that stuff. Not good. So you know what? Learn from the song. It's the KRUNK movement, lane of alcohol.
Yeah, what they
Let's
say?
go.
They say the leading cause of death for teens is alcohol. They think it's cool to get drunk, but really they down to fall shot after shot. Whoop! Feeling woozy, getting tipsy, and now you stuck in that lane of alcohol. They say the leading cause of death for teens is alcohol. They think it's cool to get drunk, but really they down to fall shot after shot. Whoop! Feeling woozy, getting tipsy, and now you stuck in that lane of alcohol.
Check it out. You stuck in that lane of alcohol. Let me give it to you real because you're on the ground to fall. It's no fun having no control. Wake up in the bathroom stall. Alcohol's that murderer that has never been
caught at all.
Blame it on society. They the real cause of it all. They give us poison to kill ourselves, and we just take it all. It's time to make some changes, yeah, some rearrangements. Don't drink alcohol if you're underage, man.
They say a leading cause of death for teens is alcohol. They think it's cool to get drunk,
but really they down to fall shot after shot. Woo! Feeling woozy, getting tipsy, and now you stuck in that lane of alcohol. They say the leading cause of death for teens is alcohol. They think it's cool to get drunk, but really they down to fall shot after shot. Woo! Feeling woozy, getting tipsy, and now you stuck in that lane of alcohol.
Everybody's like a John Doe,
and he's about to fall.
Drunk up off that alcohol. Pain in the brain, no Tylenol. Out in the lot and he's about to brawl, so out of control. Sipping on shots, then he end up tripping on rocks. Cause once it get in your system, there ain't no reminiscing. Once that liquor kills cells in your brain, your life get hot, you post on flames. Dang, you should have thought. Now your life is on the spot, on the thin line to being a failure, being successful. Alcohol's not gonna be there when it's caustic.
They say the leading cause of death for teens is alcohol. They think it's cool to get drunk, but really they down to fall shot after shot. Woo! Feeling woozy, getting tipsy, and now you stuck in that lane of alcohol. They say the leading cause of death for teens is alcohol. They think it's cool to get drunk, but really they down to fall after shot. Woo! Feeling woozy, getting tipsy, and now you stuck in that lane of alcohol.
I say alcohol, just a drink,
or is that all?
Will it help pick you up when you fall? Help you to stand tall. 21 and up, you drink with moderation control. 20 and under, breaking laws, fall into a sinkhole. Time to make a change, earn one big reward. That's changing your own notes and playing a different chord. So I'll need your name, address, and zip code. Qualify for a chance to go down a different road.
They say a leading cause of death for teens is alcohol. They think it's cool to get drunk, but really they down to fall shot after shot. Woo! Feeling woozy, getting tipsy, and now you stuck in that lane of alcohol. They say the leading cause of death for teens is alcohol. They think it's cool to get drunk, but really they down to fall shot after shot. Woo! Feeling woozy, getting tipsy, and now you stuck in that lane of alcohol. Yeah.
All right, you want to find out more about KRUNK movement? And go to hisplace.tv. You'll find out there. Also, when you go to hisplace.tv, you can also find out how to call us if you want to leave a message on a feedback line, or how you can leave a message just through the website. We are so glad to have KRUNK movement here, and if you want to find out more about them and about Tim Smith and the Center of Life, why don't you go to our website, hisplace.tv. We'll see you next time on His Place.